Hello and welcome to the latest edition of the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary direct from our assignment desk, otherwise known as my Compost Heap. Let's see what stories we're working on this week. A lot of people are camping right now, and not because it's nice weather and they want to have a vacation. It's because more and more people are homeless, no place to go. Homelessness went up 13% in the state last year, and there are protests about how can we do better. And there are really legitimate questions about, do we let people sleep wherever they want, but if there's nowhere else to go? But what about public space? Or are they going to be safe in places that can go up in fire? Does it make more sense to build housing no matter what kind, increase the supply, or put in rules that make it harder necessarily to build housing if there's more affordable? We have debates like in New Haven, we do more than any other city. We build more affordable housing, we have more help for the homeless, but is that enough? It's pretty legitimate to go protest. Week in New Haven, they put a tent up in City Hall and people protested, including a bunch of Yale students who were very critical of the city. They wrote was that Elliker Trump, Elliker equals Trump. And you know, we have a new President Trump taking office this week, and we're going to have a lot of protests about him and about this homeless problem and other problems in the city. Elliker is not Trump just because you disagree with him. He's trying to help solve a problem. You may agree or disagree with how he's doing it, but he's not someone who's running government, a cold government, saying us versus them, and just seeing government as a way to make you and your friends rich as opposed to solving problems together. If we're going to solve our problems together, we can't start calling each other Trump every time we disagree. Oh my God, here we go again. There's no money in the wallet. I guess I won't be able to self-fund or help some other person fund a race for mayor. Well, people who do have the money to self-fund, it's going to be harder for them to still pour their own money into mayor races in New Haven if they also want public money. They try to have it both ways. In fact, someone tried to do that. This Democracy Fund, which runs elections, decided and put in new rules that got approved this week so that if you're going to self-fund your race for mayor, you can no longer put $21,000 of your own money into the race as well. They lowered it to $1,500, which I think was a good rule. And why not go all the way? Make it the $400, which is now the total amount any individual can give to a campaign. Well, I don't feel sorry for self-funders. I don't feel sorry for people who are running these legal cannabis businesses and making money on it, even though they're steamed and they're lit up over what has happened in the first 2 years now. We just had 2 years of legal recreational use of cannabis, and it turns out the industry is making only a third of what it was projected to make. And it's because our rules put us at a big disadvantage to other states. I had a nearly coherent conversation this week with one of the owners of one of our dispensaries and grow places, and he did make a really good point, which is that if you go to INSA, right over the state line in Massachusetts, in Western Mass, and you buy an ounce of cannabis, you will pay $90 plus tax. In New Haven, if you buy an eighth of an ounce, 1/8 as much, you're going to pay almost half as much, 40 to 45. There are a lot of reasons we tax differently based on weight rather than price. We have different rules about what's okay. We don't even let people browse in the store the way you can browse in a liquor store. So while my heart isn't bleeding, if we're going to have the industry, let's have it make sense. And speaking of consumers, I got my brush ready to clear off my car, but where's my car? Oh my gosh, I hope it wasn't towed by those greedy tow companies who are stealing our cars with the help of our government. The Connecticut Mirror had an amazing expose recently about how all over the state, towing companies are grabbing people's cars. Sometimes it's just parked the wrong way or in a parking lot, like at Sarah Monte Apartments in Hamden. If you don't have the sign in your window, you're allowed to park there in the middle of the night. They just take your car. Then you have only 15 days. No other places like this, just Connecticut. They can sell it if you don't pay up quick, and then they don't take a credit card. They build up these fees every day. So if you don't have a lot of money, you got to try to find money to get it. Roland Lamar, a New Haven state rep, has a new assignment in Hartford, and he wants to take it on this session. He's now the chair of the General Law Committee. He wants to use that committee to change the rules to stop having the government help towing companies steal our cars. Roland would like to make that committee Connecticut's version of the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau at the national level. That bureau now, under Trump, looks like it's going to lose its teeth. So go, Roland, take it on. Speaking of getting towed, I got a Toads Place t-shirt. I love another New Haven t-shirt. Toads is sending them out because they just turned 50. Way to go, Toads. Going strong, rocking at 50 years old. Now, those of us over 50 can't pretend that we're still awake when some of those concerts get going at 11, but they're going strong. Keep going. Till next time, this is the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary, and remember, always pick up your trash.